What is going on, comic family? Thank you for hanging out with me right now. I'm your boy Rob the Freakin. You know how we do, man. Usually on a Sunday, I look out and give shout outs to the community. But we're gonna do a very special show tonight or today, depending what part of the world you're at. And we're gonna do an interview. I haven't done an interview with a writer or a creator and probably almost a year now. So I'm happy to do this right now. With that being said, there's a couple people in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us right now. I'm gonna bring that up right there, and we're gonna bring in our special guest right now. Our special guest is none other than Marvin Wynn from Second Sight Publishing. Welcome to the show, sir. Thank you for jumping on and hanging out with me right now. How you doing, bro?
Oh, good. I want to thank you for having me on the show, and I'm kind of happy that you said that you haven't done anything in a year and you wanted to bring me on. So, man, that I'm really thankful for that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Thank you again. I was bringing in a lot of people to the show, doing a lot of more interviews. I kind of like dropped out of it, and then COVID happened, and now I think it's the right time to get back into it.
Awesome.
So, yo, man, I'm just happy that you said, yeah, man, let's do this, and then we're gonna talk about your book, man, and we'll talk about that later on. But with that being said, I want to say hello to a couple people that left a couple comments right now. We got Ruben Guzman. He said hello, welcome, thank you. Entropy in Comics. Kev, what's going on? Thank you. Hello. And Troublemaker Comics. Hello, what's going on? All right. So with that being said, man. All right. So I just want to kick things off with, where you get your inspiration from writing comics, man.
I mean, most of my stuff is I started reading comics in the '80s, and I would say that I kind of filtered over to books like Avengers and X-Men, and I would say that probably Chris Claremont was probably my biggest inspiration as a writer when it comes to comics. But as we moved into the '90s, and you had Jim Lee and X-Men, Mark Silvestri, and on X Factor, New Mutant, you had Rob Liefeld on New Mutant, things like that, and those guys did their thing. And then they decided they wanted to do their own thing, and they formed Image. And I think that was the spark for me, where back then it was Marvel or DC. You really didn't know about any of those smaller books, and those things didn't really exist to you because you had to hit a comic store for that kind of stuff. You didn't know that kind of stuff. It didn't exist. You didn't have an internet back then to tell you about all this stuff. And it was when they did that, it was like, oh, maybe I could do something like that too. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe it can blossom and grow and become something.
That's pretty cool, man. And I remember back in those days, you said no internet. And nowadays everyone is able to use their phones, and back then you had to either subscribe to like a how you say
Usenet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But now everything is so easy to get to information from. So pretty neat.
Yeah, like the world, you have the whole entire world at your fingertips, and like not even just being able to communicate with people across cities or across the state, but across the world. And now you've got a wealth of information and things that you didn't know. I didn't know back then how you put a comic together. Now I know. And I want to make it my business to make sure that no one else has to go through that again, and that all the information has to get out there. You have to share.
Yeah, and that's very true. A lot of the people in the community do that. They put out their information, and they want to see people grow and how to write. And that's where, I just want to ask you, who are some of your favorite writers, man? Because there's got to be writers that that pump you up, that and I'm just curious,
Yeah.
some of the writers you love the most, man, right now?
So I mean, I think I'm really filtering out on Hickman, and from outside of comics, got to go with Stephen King. Is just an architect of building worlds. He has his pulse on how you build a universe, or and how you grow characters, and then you take those characters and you put them into unique situations, or you take them from one book and put them into another book. And that's sort of what I like about the reading, is that it's just that growth and that those moving characters, where it's not just you write a story about a character, then they're gone forever. Oh no, look, they're popping up over here now and they're doing something else. Or there's something nefarious over here. So it's just the funness of growing things, and making things more exciting and more adventurous.
Well said, sir. Well said. The chat is here right now. If you guys have questions right now for Mr. Marvin Wynn in the house, we're going to be talking about his new book that's going to be dropping soon. He's going to be talking about it. I will not do that. I'll leave that to Mr. Wynn right now. With that being said, thank you all for hanging out on the chat. There's something I want to just pop up here. Second site is really growing. How will you describe your experience developing your project with Second Sight?
Awesome right now. I don't think it was any different than when I started. So I mean, just a little bit of background. Before joining Second Sight, we were in the midst of getting ready to release our 10th issue of The Edge, and then COVID hit, and it blew everything I wanted to do out of the water. So I was sitting there, and I was talking to Spike Jarrell from Second Sight, and just like going back and forth with him about the things they were trying to do, how they were going to grow, and it just was a fit. So one of the things that I really want to do was this year, or last year, sorry, was just to grow, to hit other corners, and Second Sight was able to help me do that by getting the book into stores. So, it's very challenging to get a book into Diamond, and I want to thank those guys for helping me to get that, and then getting the book in the front of a lot more people, a lot more customers, a lot more stores. So, I mean, I don't think it's any different than if you were submitting to an Image or Scout, or any of those other new publishers that are popping up like now. And I think that this is the perfect time now for smaller publishers to get a foothold in the community and into these stores, and then in readers' hands, because everything's wide open now. And like I said, we were saying before about having the internet, you're able to talk to and reach so many people and let them know that, hey, this book is coming. Check it out in your store. If you're dropping other books, try this one, because it's adventurous. We got a brand new issue number 1. Even though we've released issue 1 before, this is a brand new book. The whole entire book was redrawn, recolored, brand new letters. I was able to sneak a few other Easter eggs into it, so it's a brand new thing.
I could show that if you like right now. We got The Edge, man. The Edge. And I'm going to do a screen share here, and we can keep on talking with Mr. Wynn right now. I'm going to do a little screen share here. Guys, thank you all for hanging out on the show. And more importantly, make sure you follow Mr. Wynn right now on social media. I got his links in the description below. So, check that out. And bring up the screen right now. Let's give me 1 second. What I want to do. All right, this one. You can tell it's been a minute since I've done a screen share hanging out with the writer.
I'll just talk while you do that. So I just let's go over what The Edge is. Oh, there you go. So
there we go.
What The Edge is, it's multiple things going on in this book. So let's just go over what The Edge itself is. The Edge is a drug that gives abilities, but while you have these abilities, the more you use them, the more it's going to eat you alive, and eventually you're going to die. So what we have is the team, the strike. I just call them the strike team, are between a rock in the hard place because they're trying to protect this guy called Tartable from one of his former agents called Revenant. So Revenant used to be a agent of the government, and he went rogue with not only with himself being Edge active, but also the secrets of the Edge. So he's got information in his head that he wants to share, and they want to shut him up. So
I know you.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Marvin. Go ahead, bro.
But no, what I was going to say is that the one thing I'm trying to do with this book is not to cast who is the good and who's bad, because we've got a lot of shades of gray, and we don't know who the good and bad guys are yet.
And you sent me the file to read digitally. I just have not gotten around to read it, and I apologize to that. I've just been very, very, very busy, but I'm happy to at least show some of the images from the artist. So there it is, right there, community. You can see that preview world. So how actually I know this popped up in the preview books. Your reaction when you saw that in the books, how was it?
I mean, it was kind of a I want to say exhale moment for me because like I've been working on this. I think Mark and I, the artist, started this back in 2012, and it was a roller coaster. And to finally be able to say that we made it to the dance, like being in previews, you got to the dance, and now you want to take the championship. So, I mean, that's all we're doing right now is letting people know that the book was in January's previews. It comes out this Wednesday, March 10th. We've been doing some promotion on Facebook. A lot of our the kind of propaganda, little propaganda things from what's called God's Thunder. They are I don't want to say they're really like a terrorist organization, but more or less, they don't like people with powers. They think they're a curse on the world, and they want to do everything they can to expose and eliminate them. So we've got a lot of factions and a lot of people taking sides. And I mean, it's everything in the book is about escalating from one point to the other. So you have a team with powers who are facing off against one person. And our next arc is going to be another team. And our next arc is going to be a hulking juggernaut type guy that they're going to have to go up against. So it's just stepping up that escalation and seeing how these characters are going to handle these situations as they go.
Man, the artwork is fantastic. I have to say, I really dig it. It's pretty neat. How long did it take you to write the book? What's your time frame when it comes to writing something like this, where the publishing company they go, yo Marvin, yo man, I'm going to give you this much time to draw, or not draw, but to write. So what's your time frame on it?
I could probably churn out a script in about 10 days. And that's with edits. So what I normally will do is I'll talk to Mark Louis, that's the artist, and we'll go over what the things that we want to have happen in the next issue, or what the next arc is going to be about. So then we'll talk about that, and then I'll start writing the script. Generally, like I said, 10 days to do 24 pages. So once we get past the scripting stage, hand the script over to Mark, and he'll make changes as needed to the script for himself. So I don't hold him to doing exactly the things I'm describing. As long as he gets the gist of it, which he usually does, then we're good. So right now we're currently working on issue 14, but also 3 other books at the same time. So in those 17 books that we've worked on together so far, I think I've asked him to change one thing since we started working on this. So like he's in my head, I'm in his head, and we're just churning it out and getting what we want to do done.
Pretty neat, man. I can tell you guys got a good chemistry going on, and I'm looking to buying it and holding this book in my hand. Like I said, I apologize. I have not had a chance to read it digitally, but It's nothing better than holding the comic in my hand and flipping through the pages.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
just me.
Yeah, well, the
And
physical books are probably never going to die. I mean, I'm not a digital book guy either. I mean, generally, if someone is sending me something that they want me to like preview or look at something that might need some edits on it, I'm fine with popping it up digitally and saying, hey, fix this, fix this, fix this, because it hasn't gone to print yet. So now you had that chance to fix it before it goes out. So generally, like when I back a Kickstarter and someone, here's your digital copy, I'm like, yeah, I'll wait for the physical. I don't think I've ever popped open a digital comic from a Kickstarter.
uh, so we're talking about comics and things of that nature, hanging out. Don't forget, guys. Marvin Wynn is in the house. Man. Second Sight Publishing. His book is dropping this Wednesday. The Edge. Check out your LCS and be sure to pick it up. With that being said, um, there's a question running through my head. I go to my LCS and I got my pool list. Do you have a pool list?
I
Or
do.
you just go into the LCS and just pick out books? Just
I think
curious.
I do both. I mean, before when I was buying comics in the 80s and 90s, you just walked into the store and you was like, oh, you went on a Wednesday, you let the guys put the books up and you grab what you need. Now that you got Comic Hub, I'm going on there, click, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. And then I go into the store and like, oh, there's some other stuff that I missed that I like to pick up. I mean, I'm a browser. So I'm going all around the stacks and looking at everything that comes out and just looking at covers and saying that looks interesting. Let me pick it up, flip through it. This looks good. Put it into the cart. I mean, it's that's the fun part about it is that like you've got options now. You didn't used to have those kind of options back then when I was like, it was like when X-Men #1 came out and it was that excitement of, hey, this book is going to be massive. I better get to the store because they might be gone. And then it sold what, 2 million copies and you can still find it out there and because they printed so many, they probably printed 4 million and then they sold 2 million copies of the book. But I mean, just use all your options with this. And I flip through the previews and I look for things that look special to me. I mean, I'm not just sticking to the Marvel, DC and stuff. I'm looking at other stuff in there to see if there's those smaller books that other people are going to notice and try to shine some light on it. Because I want, like in the indie community, we can all succeed, man. There's room for everybody.
And that's the thing. It's like when it comes to indie books, and we can keep talking. Guys, man, everyone in the chat, thank you for bringing up. Hit the subscribe and share the video right now. Hanging out with Marvin Wynn. Share it. That his book is dropping this Wednesday. Pick it up, guys. But it's true, man. Indies. I've been noticing lately within myself that I've been picking up more indie books, and I just like to see a new book, issue 1, and it's something different from Cape Crusaders, and just find something interesting. I read it, and it's dope. That's just me. I think a bunch of community members love some indies too, so I just wanted to say that.
I think that with the advent of, like I was saying, the internet, it allows you to find talent all over the world. It allows you to do the pre-pressing and all that other stuff I think that kind of stuff was missing back in the 80s and 90s in smaller press books, is that people were pretty much taking those books to Kinko's or just making copies of them. Now you've got digital printers that can churn out a book that looks very similar to other style of printings. It's like the gap is closed so much that it's open for everyone now. Like if you go like to a place like Indie Planet, you've got thousands and thousands of books from people who are just out here hustling and trying their hardest to put new things in front of people. And then the one thing about most of your indie books is that you're not going to have to reset your universe every 2 years because you want to just boot out a new issue 1 to try to attach more attention to your books, when all the attention should be on inside the book, not on the outside. It's not what's on that number on that cover shouldn't matter. Inside the book is what matters.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
If you want to share that preview that I sent you from Google Drive. You can put that in the chat and pop that to everybody.
All right. Yeah.
That is free to share for everyone. And it's a tease too. So you're like, oh man, I got to see the rest of this.
Right. Pulling up another tab right now. Let me see if this is available. I downloaded a few of the pictures. I think these are fantastic. And you guys in the chat, man, if you have any questions, hit up Marvin right now with the questions. Hit him with the questions.
Yeah, I think I can share it in there. I think. Yeah.
You share it. That'll be a lot easier.
Did that pop up? I didn't.
Just here. Got so much going on, guys. Let me hear it. Got dogs barking. Give me 1 second.
Okay. So I'll just keep talking while you're doing that. So yeah, like I said, the book comes out on Wednesday, and I mean I want to say that it's not your ordinary superhero versus supervillain kind of book. There's a lot of sci-fi elements in there where we try to put the characters into situations that they have to get out of. So later in later issues, we're going to take the powers away from one of the characters and then dare him to do something to get them back. So we're going to take one of the characters on a really bad path, pretty much turn them into kind of a drug addict, and then see what happens.
So, can you share your Google Drive? Or?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. Did it not show?
Sorry about the dogs, guys, man.
Yeah, I see things popping up in the chat on YouTube, but not in the chat and on StreamYard. So I don't know if is anyone seeing that link that I put in on YouTube?
Try some right now. Thank you for hanging out with Mr. Marvin Wynn in the house. I got some pictures I could show. Let's see here.
You got one that says if I said earlier how many issues of the series, it's infinite right now. Originally, I had an end plan for it, but we started having so much fun for it that we're going to keep it going as long as we can. I mean, it's not going to be one of those ones that's going to peter out near the end or get boring. We're always going to have some exciting stuff going on. Just keep the story going. Rich, thanks. Appreciate it.
This one.
Cool.
Sorry for the delay, guys.
Well, everybody's excited. They're sitting there. They're patient. They're patient.
Do all this
later. You're not on a Mac, right?
Because they're great supporters of the comic book community.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using on the Microsoft here.
Yeah.
Half the stuff I was watching was on my phone, and maybe this is why it's the delay. I'm probably transferring right now to my Google Drive.
If you want me to share, I can.
Waste my time doing it. Yeah, do it, bro. I don't want to. I got my Little emails on there. All right. So put this down here. Let Marvin do his thing. He's gonna show his book. Some special artwork. It's gonna be pretty neat. I've seen some of the pictures already, and here it is right now. Boom.
Right. So I mean, it's just a simple folder. I just pop images over here once in a while. So this is going to be the team. You got Randa, Blaine, Spinoff, Bolt, Mystic, him, Shift, and then Interim. And that's from issue 1. That's one of the incentive covers from issue 2. This is a card that comes with the Mystic minifigure, and I think I might have forgot to put some of those in that box I sent you.
Got the box back here, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
So these are just the preview pages. There's Bolt, Interim, Blaine. This is the cover to issue 1. More preview pages. This is the Netho Diaz incentive cover. This was web only from Second Sight. This one should be popping up again once the Second Sight store is back up and running. More from issue 1. Issue 1 again. More issue 1. So this is the special edition. This is with a trifold cover for issue 1. I still have a few copies of these left, but this is basically the team facing off with Revenant. Revenant has the ability to duplicate himself from a single drop of blood.
Nice.
Which makes him, yeah. So this was their plan, was to turn him into a one-man army, where if he's captured, if he's wounded in the field, it's just going to cause him to be able to make more and more duplicates of himself.
Pretty dope, man. That's the picture I picked for the thumbnail. I think that thing is that's beautiful.
So this is one of my favorite covers.
So when you reach out to the artist, what do you tell him, or you just say, "I just want something cool"? And he just, I mean, that's amazing. That wraparound cover is pretty dope. So yeah, how does that work out, you guys, man? What comes through your head as you're writing? You be like, "Yo, I want this," or he tells you, "I have an idea."
I think it's a little bit of both. So I think that most of the time when I'm writing ahead on the stories, I'm thinking, what should the cover of this be? Should we do, like when we do promos and things like this? So we consider this like a promo, where this is the villain's promo. So we're just like saying that let's look at other covers that have come out over the years and say that this should work, and then he puts his own spin on it. So if we go back to this cover, this was our kind of a remake of the X-Men #1 cover. So when I said that, let's look at the X-Men #1 cover and see what we can grab from that. Oh, the team are facing off against Magneto in that cover. Let's have them facing off against multiple versions of Revenant and just laying waste to them.
Oh,
so it's just like it's back and forth on ideas of what works and how we can make it exciting and make it when somebody sees that on the shelf and say that, hey, I want to pick this up. So this is our current character roster. I think this roster covers up into issue, I think 14 that we're working on now, with all the characters that we're going to be introducing during that time. But we've actually created more characters since this time, so we're actually working on a new roster page now.
Good Lord, man! I mean, that is amazing of all the characters you guys are doing.
And then the good thing about it is that all these characters have depth and personality. They're not just a face and a power. And and then people always ask about this character. So I'll just go back real quick. So we have this character Voal, and you'll notice that all of our guys under Chaos, except for these two and Revenant, are named after fallen angels. And you'll notice that her costume isn't a costume, but it's a living creature. So it's I won't say it's a symbiote, but it's very important. It'll be very important later on as we start to dive into who these people are, how they got their powers, and how they're being controlled or not being controlled. So everything is building to figuring this all out and figure out what's going on with this edge thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Will there be like origin stories for all these characters one
Yes.
day or?
Yes. So the way we're doing it is that we're not telling the origin of the characters unless it's important to the story.
Okay.
So once we get to issue 6, we're going to dive a little bit into Mystic, the character here, into his background a little bit, and the background of the swords. And when we go and we do Interim's character, Porphyro. So what her abilities are, she can create portals that people can walk through, and she can also use these portals to see 10 seconds ahead in time, which gives her the jump on anybody who's trying to attack or fight her. So the problem with that is that she's been opening these portals since she was 6 years old. And when she was between the ages of 6 and 17, she couldn't close them. So there are portals still open. And the thing that we're going to go over is that where she lived is 24 hours ahead of the rest of the world.
Wow.
And then we're also going to play with the fact that this portal is a door and it's open on both sides. So while she can use it to take people other places on Earth, what if someone came through from another place?
I like the way you guys are thinking, and you too, man. That sounds pretty dope. Look at that right there.
So this is going to be later on the story. Where things are going to get so out of control, we're going to have to call on some other indie characters to come in and help out.
Yeah, so I know a couple guys that could probably, I know one artist from IDW that could probably know him, Alex Cormac.
I think we're friends on Facebook.
So he's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for like doing incentive covers and variant covers and things like that all the time. I mean, I really like seeing when other artists come in and do their thing on the characters. So this is Blaine, Mystic, and Interim. This is the Blaine, Mystic, and Interim are pretty much our trinity, like your Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, or Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. This will be our trinity. So they're the ones that are going to get most of the protagonistal situations in the book, but everybody's going to get their chance to get explored. So this is another where one of the characters I was referring to before is watching other indie characters. This is our character Chaos, and you'll see that his not only is his skin have turned, but his uniform is turned. He's infected with the edge. He's one of those guys is overdoing it and overusing his ability, so he's paying the price.
The artwork is fantastic. I love the art, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, Mark does an excellent job with all the artwork on the book, and I mean I think that was the end of that, so I can stop screen sharing. So I mean we're just out here and we're trying to make things fun again with comics, and I want everybody to know that we're not going to be rebooting to another number one. We're not telling people not to read our books or trying to create walls or barriers for people to get away. We want to have fun. We're having fun writing stories about these extraordinary situations and trying to make them personable, where we want you to understand that if you have this amazing gift and someone takes it away from you, what are you going to do to get it back? You're like, I got this amazing ability to do these things, and someone says you can't have it anymore, and you're going to say, I want it back. What is that guy going to do to get it back? And a person can relate to that and saying that if someone took your car You want to get your car back, right?
Sure.
It's a tool. It's something you need.
Yo, man, this we're hanging out right now, guys. Man, I don't know what you've been waiting for. You jumped on the show late. We're hanging out with Marvin Wynn in the house, talking about The Edge that is dropping when
That'll be Wednesday, 3:10.
310 is New Comic Book Day, man. So make sure your LCS has this book because you do not want to miss it. And I will screen share this real quick. I could do this simple. There it is, right there. Second Sight Publishing. That is Lynn's book right there.
And if your LCS missed out on ordering when it was in previews in January, I mean, just bug them anyway. Because of my unaggressiveness, our issue 2 will not be until May's previews. But after that, we're going to be going bi-monthly. We're so far ahead. I don't think we can ever like not be ahead on this book. Like I said, we're working on issue 14 and 3 others. So what the other books that we're working on are, we're calling them gap books. So it's going to cover the gaps between the arcs. So once issue 4 ends, we're going to have a gap book before issue 5. And then after issue 9, there's going to be another gap. And then there's going to be a book in there. So those 2 books are going to be called Adrenaline Rush. And each one is going to star Blaine and other characters. And then the second one is called Angel Wings. So what that book is about is we've got an army general who finds out there might be some WMDs out in the world, but he's going to find out that WMDs are not bombs, they're people.
Oh.
So he enlists his old paratrooper group or rescue group called Angel Wings. Each one of them is an injured soldier. They have had cyberboard parts replaced, like hands, their feet, their legs in some cases. And he's going to take them into battle to try to find out what's going on with these WMDs. And of course, there's going to be other factions involved that don't want that to happen. So they're going to hire a group of characters led by Blaine to stop them.
Dope, man. Pretty dope.
And Adrenaline Rush, that's going to be set in Pittsburgh. I'm actually rewriting it, so it's set in Pittsburgh. Mark is starting on the art on that now. That one is going to be where one of the characters from the first issue gets a vial of Edge that's untainted, and he's going to try to sell it on the black market.
There it is, guys, man. Keep an eye out for this because it sounds pretty dope. What he's mentioning right now, this sounds dope, man. So you guys need to follow Marvin Wynn right now. I have all his social media links in the description below, so stay tuned for whatever he's dropping. Any news, you can follow him right now, man. I got all the links in the description below, so don't miss out on that. And I got a box. I got this box. I don't know. This box came from someone.
What's in the box?
What's in the box came from our homie right now. We got Marvin. He sent me this book. We were talking a week or so ago, and I said, "Yo, man, the comic book community loves indie books," and he was so kind enough to do something. I had to open it, see what he did, community. So let's find out right now. Because
it's like Christmas, man. It's like Christmas.
Well, pretty much. This is not for me, guys. This is not for me. This will be sent out to the community. This is not for me.
He's stalling.
I'm stalling, man. So,
and just let you know that I'm actually packing up promo stuff to send out to comic stores this coming week. So if there's a store that you think might be interested in getting some of the promo stuff from the Edge, just drop them in the chat, and I'll get hooked up with them.
Right. Whoa, man! Wow, this is This is packed up very well. There's holy coconuts. You guys know I say holy coconuts half the time. This is freaking dope. Look at that. That is freaking dope, man. And all this, guys. Whoa! What? There's two? Oh, good Lord. That is my thumbnail for the show today. Look at that, man. That is a wraparound cover like none other, man. Two of these, two of them, man.
No,
That is,
we like to share here at the Edge, and we want to get everything out there in people's hands.
there it is. And this is going out to the community, man. I'm going to keep one of these. I'm keeping one of these because that thing is beautiful. But there's something special, guys.
We got more of them. So I mean, if you guys, like I said, reach out to your local shop, let them know that we're doing promotional stuff. Have them hit me up, and we'll get some stuff out to the stores.
Oh, look at that, guys! And I sent you my link. Well, not a link, but I told you my LCS that I go to.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, he's expanding. He's brand new. So reach out to him, and I'll reach out to him too. Dude, that is freaking dope, guys. This is going out to the community. All this, what you see right now, is going out to the community. Wait a minute. Two boxes in here. My wife is still here. What the heck?
Yes. That's the thing. You might have to rip the box to get that out. It's packed in there real tight.
What the heck? I don't know why. Why you said that? What movie is that from? What show? Do you know? She said and don't know. All right, babe. Well, you gotta come here. Give me a cameo appearance. Like the fourth time. No, come here. You gotta say hi to Mr. Wynn in the house.
Hi, Mr. Wynn in the house.
Hi.
All right. Whoa, we got some cool. Oh man, these stickers. They're going right behind me, right there. That's where these things are going. Maybe one. I'll send that rest up to the community. There it is, guys, man. I got 4 of those. Actually, 5.
Yeah, I just grabbed them and threw them in the box. I didn't count them.
Yo, holy coconuts, guys. Chat, get ready. This is where it's gonna get good. The box is right here. Whoa. I have to blow myself up, Mr. Wynn. Man,
Okay.
give me 1 second right now. These books are going out to the community, man. Signed copies. There it is. The Edge. I'm gonna bag them, board them, pack them up real nice for you guys. That's his signature right there. Boom. 2 copies, man. Holy coconuts, man. That's pretty dope. I had someone say that they had to pay for their signature books for a giveaway.
Mm.
And when I reached out to you and said, this is going out to the community, and you said, fine, no problem. Thanks,
we actually had that at a con one time. Someone came up to the table and was like, "Hey, how much do you guys charge for signatures?" Like, charge? You can have my autograph for free, man. Don't charge for no signatures.
That's pretty dope, man. That's I'm so humbled when I see stuff like this, man. And this is gonna be sent out to the community. I'll be doing the giveaway. I don't know how I'm gonna do the giveaway. I'll just do something random or throw in a mystery box, and the edge box. Got these edge boxes right here. I don't know what's in these things.
It's a box within a box in a box. Man,
I don't know. Marvin, man, what the heck is going on here?
Too many boxes.
What's in the box? I keep thinking about what's in the box is the first thing that comes to my head is Justin Timberlake when he was on SNL. One time, I gotta pry this open. I don't want to mess it. I don't want to mess it up because I gotta open it. All right, here it is. This is going out to the community. Dude, what the heck is this? This is like top notch stuff.
Oh man, you got to protect the product, man. You can't just send it out all willy nilly like.
Holy crap, man! Community, man, this is for you guys. If you're not watching, shame on you. You better share this to the community because holy. Whoa. It's a freaking like mini statue. I'm not even gonna open it, man. Dude, is that your character from the freaking book?
Yeah, that's Mystic.
Dude. Holy shit. This is freaking phenomenal. Dude, that is like that's amazing, man. That's amazing.
That's one of our first mini coming soon mini statues. It's like 4 inches.
I'm not going to take it out because, like I said, this is going to be for the community. This is the giveaway. I'm going to give this all out.
I'll send you one out for yourself, so you'll have one.
Yeah. But more importantly, ladies and gents, we're hanging out with Mr. Marvin Wynn right now. Second Sight Publishing, dropping his book this Wednesday right now, man. There it is. Reach out to your LCS and say, yo, you guys got this book? I need to order it. If not, can you pre-order it if you don't have it or do something? Not pre-order. It should be pre-order already, man.
It's like, if you don't know, you better find out.
You better find out. If you don't know by now, you better learn.
You're going to learn this. You're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today, like Kevin Hart said.
Like I said, that if your LCS didn't order in January, like I said, that issue 2 will pop up in May, which should allow for reorders. If not, Second Sight will have the book on their store when it's reopened. I would hopefully will be April, Mayish. But not only will it be on Second Sight, it will be different covers also. So you'll be able to get your hands on some special edition covers by some other artists and another cover by Mark.
That is amazing. That is the first box. I'm not going to even open the second box, so I'll leave that as a surprise. There's so much to give away to the community. I am so humbled to have all this right now. I'm gonna rebag and board the edge, and you guys, man, stay tuned because I'm gonna be giving this away. Signed books by himself right now, Mr. Wynn in the house. 2 copies, man. Love the gold ink too. Every time I see the gold ink, I remember I talked about this yesterday when I had Kev Roditelli in the house.
Kevin's good people.
Yeah, he said a lot of good things about you, man. Let me tell you, off like camera and just like DMs, very good words about you. I just want to say that.
Just out here hustling and working hard and trying to help this community to grow. I mean, not even just online, but I'm also part of an initiative in here in Pittsburgh called Comicsburg, where we I share out with Herrenberg. You probably have talked to them already, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, we're just doing our thing out here, man. Trying to revitalize this comic thing in Pittsburgh, man. It's like hidden away, and it could be huge. I mean, it could be like New York or Los Angeles with comics, and we're just trying to get out here and support people and get our stuff in front of people and just tell them that like comics is a thing, man. We're still having fun out here.
Yeah, and he actually sent me a care package. It was beautiful, and it had Harold. Oh,
Herrenberg.
there we go. And I have it in front of me, and he saw that he was going to be on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yo, man, you got another Pittsburgh guy in the house," and he was like, "Yo, what do you thought about the package that I sent out last year?"
Mm-hmm.
And last year was right a little bit around COVID and all that.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of interviews, and then I completely stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I just did. I just it's just something in me. I was like, I'm not prepared to do interviews.
Right. I mean, it's all good, man. You got to take steps and do things when it's right, not force yourself because you don't do your best stuff when you're forcing yourself.
Yeah, and I cancel a few, and I was like, I'm not to par. I don't think I'm at par today. Today,
Mhm.
should I say? I'm just pushing forward, trying to get back in the loop of things. But I told him, I said, "Yo, man, we gotta do a show, man." He was like, "What do you think about the flash drive and the book?" And I was like, "I dig it. Just have not got around to hanging out with him." But I
Yeah,
said, "Yo, we gotta do it, man."
you gotta check out the show, man. It's good. Not only do I do comics and he does comics, but I'm a character in Herrenberg, and I do camera work for Herrenberg also.
Yeah, see, I've been slacking, man. I'm a bad person, guys, man. I'm a
I mean,
bad person.
there's only 24 hours in the day. You got to sleep, right? You got to sleep, man. You got to take care of business, and you got to sleep. So I mean, it'll still be there. It's not going anywhere.
We could keep on talking. If you guys got any questions right now before Mr. Marvin Wynn in the house right now, the chat is usually more popping. Fortunately, it's not popping today. But,
I think we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I mean, no complaints. I think everybody's here having a good time. I see. Was it Hermino says that he wants to figure it out? Dude, pop your LCS or whatever into the chat, and I'll get you hooked up. Now, I don't want to just ask for people's addresses willy nilly like that because you don't know me. So I would probably feel more comfortable me sending something to your shop than you would me sending something directly to your home. So, but as like I said, that we're going to have all this stuff once Second Sight stores back up. We'll have books up there. We're going to have the statues up there. Any other merchandise we've got coming out will be up there. So I got these right after I sent your package, but I got these interim keychains. So I'll get you some of these out too.
Oh man.
And then Mystic stickers are coming this week also. So we're going to have a lot of stuff. This is just prep for whenever we can do conventions and seeing what kind of stuff I can get made out on the internet.
Now, I have a question for you, man. Will you be down to hang out on my drawing game show on the Tuesday night?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah, we can do that. I mean, I've been willingly marked down on getting on some of these streams with me. So hopefully one day I can get him to the breaking point. Will he'll eventually say, "Yes, I'll do it." Yeah, he's been fighting me for a while. So one day we'll get him to come on. Maybe we can. If not, then maybe we can get like Luis, the colorist, or someone else to come on.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty dope.
I mean, one day maybe we'll get the whole team together, and maybe we can do a stream together or something.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice, man. I've done that with the guys from IDW. I had Rich Duick, Alex Cormack, and I had the lettering from Jason Birch. And they all came to the show. We had a good time. I said, it's not even an interview. It's just called a hangout. Let's just hang out. And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was talking about, it was Sea of Sorrows, the book that dropped out right now, 3 issues in. And the book is fantastic.
Cool.
But prior to that was Roll the Bones. And a lot of people said, oh, Rod, man, stop with Roll the Bones. Like, I loved it, but those guys were fantastic, and they're willing to, hang out. And you guys, I think it's pretty neat that a lot of indie guys are more just able to just jump on it. And, yeah, man, I'm down, man. I want to hang out, and that's why I appreciate you guys, man. It means a lot to us, to the community. Because you could reach out to the bigger guys and they would never get back to you.
Right.
And you guys take the time to do that for us. That means a lot to me and to the community.
Well, I'll just let you know that if I become big, I'll still be willing to come on this on the stream, man. Because I mean, this is the community, man. If we're not giving back to the community and talking to the community, man, I wouldn't be surprised if nobody's buying my stuff, because like I'm the standoffish guy. Like, I don't got time for those peons. I mean, I'm not the king of the castle. Man, I'm not nobody. I don't got a room full with gold.
Hey, man. So where do you see your stuff going? Like, a few years from now. This is a question from the wife. She said, she said 5 years from now.
5 years?
Like, all right, well, that's the question from the wife. She said, where do you see yourself
5 years?
5 years from now? Where do you see, you going?
I would say that I'm still going to be working on the Edge in the next 5 years, but we're actually expanding into other ventures. So we're working on a straight sci-fi book. That's going to be about time travel and things like that. I want to do some horror stuff. If you look at Second Sight, Second Sight's covering the gamut of books. So they're doing superhero stuff. They're doing sci-fi. They're doing thrillers. They're doing horror. So I mean, I just want to try to touch everything. And the last time I brought up horror, someone said don't do zombies. So I'm not doing zombies. So if anyone is thinking about me doing zombie books, nah, I'm not going to do zombies. It's probably going to be werewolves. I think, to me, werewolves are something that's not really done. Like there's not a lot of comic books with werewolves, not a lot of movies or TV shows based around werewolves. So that might be where I plant my flag, is in the land of werewolves. We might get a little taste of vampires in there a little bit, but I mean, I just want to try different things and see where I fit at. That's why I like with Herrenberg, I did the show and then I did the camera stuff. I'm like, this is fun. I want to just do and try different things and be excited about getting up in the morning and not just like, oh, I got to go to work again and I got to do this. Like no, everything should be. We get up in the morning. I'm excited to get up and it's a new day. What's going to happen? We don't know.
Man, I'm gonna have to bring you back with the gang, and we'll just do a whole big show, an epic show with Herrenberg. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, that'd be awesome. Like, I know that Herrenberg would love to, because we love doing stuff together and bouncing stuff off each other. So it's be awesome.
All right, cool, man. We'll do that, and I'm gonna try to do it soon. Maybe next Sunday. I'm gonna talk to the man, and then hopefully we can do something. He said he wants to bring one of the actress to the show.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty neat.
Yeah, he's got a lot of sexy superheroines running around Herrenberg here. No, I mean you can't go wrong with a heroine in a cat suit. So I mean, there isn't anything wrong with it.
There it is, man. Well said. Just had another question, man. If you had the chance, if you wanted to, step out and reach out, and if you wanted to go to another company, uh,
Mhm.
would you? What company would you, or publishing company? What's
Mhm.
the one that well, maybe one day, or if not, I just want to stay right here. I like where I'm at.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, I would say that I'm happy and comfortable where I'm at. I mean, but if the chance was there, and I've pitched Image. I mean, I would that eye on that cover, man. I mean, it just be so exciting just to have that eye. Like, you got that eye, you're good. But I mean, Second Sight, they've been really good to me. And if someone was to say, "Hey, come to Image," I would have to think about it and say that I have to weigh it. I mean, that's a corporation then. So, and then you get lost in the shuffle and everything like that. Second Sight, I mean, it's like a family, and we're helping each other out. We're talking every day, and we're getting things done. So, it'd be really weird for me to say go from like we say a community based publisher, and then like I'm going and stepping into a corporation, and now you've got mandates and you've got deadlines, and I mean it might not work. So I don't know.
yeah, all right. And I respect that a lot because it sounds like you're having a good time, and it's like just it's a breath of fresh air, and
Hmm.
everyone's having a good time doing what you're doing
Yeah.
at Second Sight Publishing. So kudos to you guys, and keep rocking, man. But I do have a rapid fire question.
Yeah.
5 questions, just one answer, man.
Hmm.
So, like I said, let's see here. I have here 3 questions so far. Then I'll let the other ones pop up to the head or to the chat, who's hanging
Okay.
out. Your favorite character right now, man?
Favorite character in comics?
Yes, sir.
It's still Grifter, man. I love Grifter since the '90s, and I was so happy that they put him in Batman. So it's great for that character to be back.
All right. If you had one superpower, what would it be, sir?
Flight. I mean, it just the soar in the clouds, and just have that freedom to just go wherever you want anytime. You're like, all right, I want to go to Paris. I'm flying over there.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Graded comic books or raw books? What do you think?
I like to read books, and you can't read a book if it's sealed behind plastic. But if it was Action Comics #1, I ain't touching it. It's cool with
There
plastic,
it is, man.
if it's one of those Amazing Fantasy 15 or one of those books that's like it's worth tens of thousands of dollars, I would never put my greasy fingers on it.
All right. Yo, if your internet went out right now, boom. Oh my God, kids will go crazy. Not us. What will be the one thing you would do? What book you would probably grab, and just be like, oh, I'm just gonna relax here and read something. What would it be?
I would probably say my favorite novel is Dracula. I love Dracula. It's just the nuance and the horror that they were able to pull out of that printed page. It just makes the book so good.
And yeah, I have a buddy that's been collecting the Tomb of Dracula's.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the issue 1. He's trying to get this whole run going on. So hey, wise choice. All right. So last question right now, man. You're hanging out with your lady, whatever it is, home, restaurant. What's the meal you're gonna order, man?
If I'm out, I'm getting steak. Yo, it's always the fallback when you're at a fancy restaurant. Bring me that steak. Bring me the biggest steak you got back there, and a couple of vegetables.
Oh, okay. All right, there it is, man. Some vegetables, some steaks. All right, cool, man. Yo, it's been an honor to hang out right now with Mr. Marvin Wynn from Second Sight Publishing. Ladies and gents, please check out your LCS for issue #1, The Edge. That is dropping March 10th. That is on New Comic Book Day. You guys already know that. Please pick the book up and support the LCS at the same time. On your boy Rod, Mr. Marvin, let the people know what you got going on.
We got going on is more of the edge. So, like I said, we're diving back in more this week on 3 books, and we're just going to keep churning them out. And also want to just shout out to the Second Sight. And not only will the Edge be in stores on Wednesday, you've got a selection of other Second Sight publishing books coming out there. Like I said, we're covering the gamut. We're doing superheroes. We're doing horror. We're doing sci-fi. We're doing thrillers. It's covering the gamut. You got everything you need from Second Sight.
Boom. Oh, yes, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the show today. And don't forget to check out Marvin's social media. I got the link in the description below. And I believe I dropped Second Sight Publishing link in the description below. So check them out too. We out of here. Marvin, don't go nowhere, my good friend. Stay right there.